Alrighty traders, let's have a look at gold and silver, plus also the mining sector as well too. Let's go straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, so let's have a look at what gold and silver is doing right now. Traders, if you're looking for some good trading systems, I'm running a sale right now. 4 trading systems for just $4. Plus there's also some cool bonuses in there as well too. Link in the description or go to Johns, Johns, johnsflashsale.com to grab that. Let's go have a look at the gold market now. So the gold market has actually definitely been one that's surprised all of us, right? It's surprised me. But hey, this is what the market does, right? It surprises people. We can see that what's happening with the gold market is we're still just not doing anything. And this is the big thing when it comes to gold versus crypto, right? I'm not bashing crypto here, okay? I'm just saying, where is the best place for my money? Over the last 2 years, where has been the best place for my money? And to me, it's always been gold, right? Gold has been this stable, hasn't really gone up, hasn't really gone down. You might be slightly in profit or slightly break even or slightly small loss or whatever, okay? Well, yeah, and this is what I was saying last year when it comes to gold, right? Is I would rather be in gold who hasn't what hasn't done a lot compared to cryptos, which has done a lot. I remember last year there's so many people saying, "Oh, gold sucks. I'm going to the crypto market." Okay, and then now the crypto market's down as much as 80%. There's actually cryptos now going in liquidation, like Luna and stuff like that. So anyway, that's where, like, I got nothing against crypto. I'm just like, then where's the best place for my money right now? And just a big rule of thumb, guys, big rule of thumb, whenever I'm looking for investing opportunities, like the buy and hold sort of stuff, is that if something's already made a big move, like even when gold did, right, from basically 2020 or basically 2019, look at this here. Look how big that move was, move with gold, right? So therefore, guess what? This is the wrong time here, all through here is what? The wrong time to be looking at gold, because guess what? It's already made a very big move. We made a massive move from there. We made it from the low period to that high period. That was, how many bars? This is a daily chart. We're looking at 700 days. So look, that's what, a couple of years. And over say 2 year period, this thing went up almost 80% from that low period through there. Okay. Now, if we're looking at from, say, this midpoint here before the actual big move up, you can see here that, yeah, just over a year, it went up just almost 65% in just over a year and a half. So the purpose of me telling you that is when this was happening, now this is the wrong time to be looking at gold, right? So if you did get stuck in the whole crypto market, right, the whole crypto market over there, and you did get stuck into it, don't be down on yourself, right? Just learn the lessons and come back even stronger. Just learn the lessons that if something's already made big moves, even when gold was doing this back in sort of mid 2020, guess what? Now it's like, okay, then we're getting towards the end of this phase. We're not at the start of another big move. So when something already makes a very big move, like gold did back here, that's actually the wrong time. But since gold did this for a couple of years and cryptos was making 600% return in 6 months, then guess what? Now the tide's changed, right? Now, and this is where I really just over the last couple of years, it's been quite a good investment through this. Again, I've got nothing against crypto, guys. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not a good long-term investment, so on and so forth. That's speculation. That's here, there. That's naysay, right? I'm just talking about if I'm looking for good investments to get into. The worst time to get into something, the worst time to get into an investment is when there's massive greed, there's massive booms in that market. You've already missed the boat. Go find another asset class. Gold, silver, mining stocks. It could be tech sector, it could be the energy sector, it could be just the stock market itself, like just say the S&P 500. It could be commodities, it could be forex, it could be the crypto market. Go find something that's actually hasn't made very big moves. It's been pretty quiet for a while, and that's what you want to become part of. Okay, so that when we're looking at the gold market through here, gold's still being that sort of quiet sort of thing there, but we are definitely sort of at sort of X marks the spot right now when it comes to gold. This is a big long-term weekly chart. Sort of X marks the spot through here. This big sort of longer term level of support, all the support level through here as well too. Plus we also had where we are right now when it comes to gold, this support level here. And then we're also got this other trend line down here. So the big thing that I'm watching for right now is to see whether we actually do start to get a bit of a bounce and whether we can start to get something like this, right? Start to really gain a bit of momentum. If we can start to get that over the next few weeks, all right? If we can start to get something like this, a bing, bing, a bing, a bing, like something like that, right? A nice, good momentum boost from there. What we're looking for is this, is if we can get something like that, then that's going to be really, really powerful. That's the big key. That's the big pattern I'm really watching to see. Because if we get that, there's a massive probability we're going to start to break above this sort of 2000 level. And we may even get a bit of a pullback through here, right? As we're squeezing up into, say, a bit of an ascending triangle pattern through there. In fact, let me actually just take everything off the screen there and I'll draw that in for you so you can see. So you can see it. You can see here. Actually, in trading system number 1, in that $4 for 4 trading systems, that trading system number 1, guys, is all about this actual pattern here. It's called the blast off system. Wait till you see it. I teach you all. I go into step-by-step detail through there. I won't go through it here because it takes me about half an hour to explain it all step-by-step, entries, exits, so on and so forth. So again, guys, very first link in the description for that. But looking at this here, as you can see, right, we're squeezing up and squeezing up. I'm telling you right now, guys, once gold, if over the next 6 months we start to develop this, I don't care what anyone says. The strong dollar, the Fed, the this, the the talking heads, right? The talkie. No, okay, no talkie. What's going to happen is we're going to see one of the most incredible moves in gold. Not yet, okay, guys. People are going to read the title, go, all right, in the actual chat box. No, all right, talking heads. No, all right, bumblebees, okay, all right. Remember I said it before, right? We need to develop this first. If over the next, say, 6 months period, and this is what we're looking for here, if gold develops this pattern, it's going to be one of the most craziest moves. I have a 3,000 target on gold anyway. But if for some reason, this is a weekly chart, right? If for some reason over the next few months, we start to develop something like this, and then we get for some reason, we get a very strong breakout above that 2,000, guess what is coming? This here to me is going to be a massive high probability point. So if you're actually looking for some sort of an entry point in the markets, this here would be a high probability point to see an astronomical move to the upside. So please be patient and please watch and wait for these setups, okay? If you're looking for positions that get into the market to buy and hold long term, one, I believe actually gold is, but we never know, right? We could actually be starting that recession right now in the stock market, and gold and silver and everything's going to continue getting hit real hard. So, but when it comes to the gold market right now, this is the big patch. This is the big image that I'm looking at right now. Because once we do this, guys, I'm telling you that this is going to be one of the most craziest moves we've ever seen. And guess what? Now everyone, the whole tide is going to flip from crypto to back to metals. You watch, guys. The herd mentality, it's going to happen. Guess what the herd mentality was doing back here? Back in this point through here, when oh my goodness, silver, gold, it's going crazy, right? They were going nuts, right? There was nothing about what was actually going on at that time when it comes to crypto market. Oh, the crypto market was going sideways for a couple of years, right? And guess what? The whole herd mentality went straight over the metals. Oh my goodness, right? And the bumblebees and the talking heads and right? They go crazy. But then guess what happened? Since we did nothing for many weeks, and because the thing was that was the hottest, which was the crypto market, guess what? Everyone's hot about cryptos. And then now that's, oh my goodness, cryptos. Now everyone's gone quiet again, right? So on and so forth. So this is what I'm looking for right now, guys. And once we do this, guys, then, oh, yellow, baby, yellow. Let's go have a look at silver. This big long-term silver chart could be a false breakout on the big picture here, right? So on the short-term picture, this is the weekly chart here, okay? If I go to the short-term picture, I recently did a video saying that we could potentially see another leg down out of this, but we first need to see confirmation. What is confirmation? Okay, so I talked about this here. This is a 4-hour chart. If this slow moving up through here fails and we start to get a downward leg like that, like a breaking of these sort of 2150 down through there, something like that, there's a high probability we're going to go test the lows again, okay? This is the short-term picture here, the 4-hour chart. But If for some reason that's not the case, okay, if that's not the case and we start to get a big break up, then what does that mean for the big picture? Let's go to the weekly charts here. Okay, the big picture says, look at this here, that we're actually at a major low point, and maybe, just maybe, again, traders, that 4-hour chart and the 1-hour chart, that's more like a day trade, right? That's what could happen over 1 or 2 days. The big picture on this weekly chart says, oh, look what we got here. We got a flushing of this major level of support, and now we've actually come back down. This actually could be a false breakout or a false end of trend move before we actually see a big move up. Which, if gold is going to start to make a move up and silver's going to start to make a move up, this looks actually ripe for one of those situations, right? Which is like an end of trend type of move. Now, what's going to be really powerful is that on the daily charts, if we can start to see a bit of an upward trend. Right, so if we can get some, let's actually develop a bit of sideways phase through here, and then we get like a very big up bar like that. If we get something like that, guys, oh my goodness, low, higher, low, sideways, breaking above this major level support again. Guess what, traders? If we get something like that, there's a high probability we're going to race to it. Okay, see what I'm doing here? It's not about me knowing; it's about me looking for the look and being okay with both sides. If we start to break down on those shorter time frame charts, the hourly charts, the 4-hour charts, then yeah, we could come down and test a bit of a double bottom. But if that's not the case, and if we're looking for a bullish scenario as well too, then what it's all about again reading the markets, right? It's all about understanding what the market is doing. In trading system number 2 in that trading course is really all about trading with the trend and trading that you'll be able to see that it's an amazing system. So you can see that that's what's going on through here, right? So we need to be patient and need to be really on alert about what is really going on right now when it comes to silver. Are we going to start to see a bit of a test? Which, again, anything is possible, right? And we need to be alert to anything out there. And we need to be watching and waiting. Right now, we're actually rejecting right at this level of resistance. So what's going to come out of this? We need to wait and see. Is it going to start to roll over? If so, we could get a bit of a double bottom, and then maybe it turns. Or maybe this big sort of flushing point right now on that big long-term weekly charts is, guess what? The end of the trend through there. Let's go have a look at the GDX just quickly. And the GDX hasn't actually even broken down past the GDX is not giving us any sort of end of trend type of indicator or anything like that. We do have, there's actually a bit of a longer term level of support and resistance all through there. So where we are right now is indeed definitely a bit of a longer term sort of support and resistance. If we actually draw a bit of a trend line as well too, right? So we're definitely, so that was that point through there. If I'm just looking at the last few points when it comes to the GDX, that'll be that point through there. So maybe that's all. You know, she wrote basically. You can see that's the reason why we're actually having a lot of problems through here, because I'm looking at this weekly chart once again. You can see how we're definitely having a lot of resistance through here, a lot of resistance. We've got a bit of a double bottom, and now we've actually come through here. So maybe this is just a big, deep pullback again on the weekly chart before we start to see another leg up. So it's going to be really interesting to see what actually going on there, but we are holding a lot of levels of support through there. And once again, we want to start to see a very strong upward trend. If that's going to be the case, if this is going to be some sort of a bottom and we're going to start to see a very nice move up, then we want to see the buyers start to come back in with some sort of a trend, right? Which simply means, you know, we could go up from here, right? And then we come back down, and then we're looking for some sort of a trend in place. We're looking for the trend. We're looking for low, higher low. We're looking for some sort of trend to start the place. So that's what we're looking through there. Let's go have a look at the GDXJ as well too. And the GDXJ, same sort of thing as well too, is that if we have a look at this here, you can see how that we definitely had this level of support and resistance. We're actually at that level now. Let's go to this. Let's actually look at this weekly chart. So we can look at this weekly longer term charts through here. So we're actually looking at that level through there. Okay, so we're looking at that through there. We also had that through there. That's actually now probably more relevant on the downside, which is this point right here actually. So it'll be that point right there. So you can see it actually came down a level of support. We're actually stuck right at that level right now. If we just go back to the daily charts now, and if my software works, it will be even better. So you can see we actually did get a bit of a flushing, didn't we? Here, look at this here. We actually did get a bit of a flush down past this major level of support on the GDX, and now we're actually rallying back up. So that's actually quite a bit of a promising sign as well too. This actually could be that sort of end of trend indicator. And as you can see here, we had support, a bit of a support. We actually flushed down and we're coming straight back up again. Is this now getting ready to start to develop some sort of upward movement through here? So there's, again, for a trading purposes, guys, trading purposes, meaning I'm looking for an actual short-term trade. It could last for a couple of days to a couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer, right? I'm looking for some sort of a trend, right? Give me some sort of trend. We could do something like this, and then we start to get something like that, right? Give me some sort of a low, a high low. Let's actually start to see some sort of a trend in place. That's what we want to see there. For investing purposes, I believe this is the decade for the metals and miners. So if you're looking to hold something for the rest of this decade, then the metals and the miners is what I believe is going to be one of the greatest moving assets this decade. And what sort of evidence am I saying that? It's just based off cycles, guys, right? So what did well the last 10 years is probably not going to do well this last 10 years. And what didn't do well the last 10 years is probably going to do really well this last 10 years, right? It's just based off cycles. And if you've been around for quite some time, you've got at least a late 4 or 5 or 6 in front of your name, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everything just goes in cycles. So if you want to see what's likely to be good this next 10 years, just look at the cycles, right? Look at the cycles of, okay then, well, gold and silver hasn't been, and that's why I'm saying gold, silver, mining stocks have been horrible the last 10 years. So it's probably going to be really, really, really good for the next 10 years. So traders, before you go, if you're after some good trading systems, then this is for you. 4 trading systems for just $4. If you go to johnsflashsale.com, you can actually grab this right now, this bit of a sale that I'm running right now. And here's what you're going to get in this here. You're going to get the blast off trading system, the ultimate trading system, the ultimate trading system advanced, the powerful short-term trading system, the most successful options trading strategy on the planet. This is so successful that it doesn't matter if the market goes up 20% or down 20%, you still can generate an income. You're going to get access to a brand new live training that I'm doing as well too. Also a massive secret bonus. This is worth $1,000 as a secret. But I can't tell you what it is right now because it's a surprise. But wait till you see this. This is going to help you build a bridge to where you are right now to where you want to go when it comes to your trading. So go to johnsflashsale.com right now. Go over there right now. Grab this for $4, and I'll see you real soon.